Welcome to Haltech Elite NSP Training Part 74. This training tutorial, we're going to take a look at how we can integrate an AEM water meth injection kit with our Haltech Elite so that we're able to offset fuel and spark timing and boost when we're spraying our water meth solution. We have a lot to cover here. Let's jump in so we can check this out.
Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with integrating a water meth injection kit with our Haltech Elite using our NSP software. So in this tutorial, we're going to go through the basic setup and configuration to make sure that if we have something like an AEM water meth kit or an Aquamist kit, how we can integrate that to the Haltech so that we can offset both fuel and spark timing and boost, if we're turbocharged, to compensate for when the water meth injection is spraying. So we utilize the water meth injection to be able to gain two different key aspects for engine performance. One, we're going to improve the cooling effect as the air charge is coming into the engine. That's going to lower the chance for knocker preignition, also giving some additional power gain from having a cooler air charge entering the motor. And then two, we're going to gain an octane effect, where we're going to actually increase and enhance the octane of the fuel that we're using. So if we're running 91 or 93 octane and we're spraying water meth injection, we can make our 91 or 93 octane fuel act like, in conjunction with the methanol as we're spraying into the motor, something like 105 or 110 octane fuel, so like a race gas. And we can definitely gain a huge performance increase out of our engine by running a higher octane fuel that allows us to increase the spark timing and manage our cylinder pressure better, so that at the higher cylinder pressures, we're not getting knocker preignition, but we're seeing a gain in power and torque output out of the engine. So we have this two-part effect where we gain cylinder pressure by advancing the timing, and then we gain a cooling effect by spraying that water meth solution as well. So both are definite benefits for running water meth. And we traditionally run water meth on force induction setups, so supercharged, turbocharged setups. If you are naturally aspirated, there are kits that allow you to use it on a naturally aspirated engine, although I haven't had the best luck with it, but it is something you can integrate. And you can still follow along with what I'm describing here in the tutorial for integrating this with a naturally aspirated engine. Now, let's talk about how we want to integrate our water meth kit. So this tutorial, I'm going to focus on using the AEM water meth injection kit. A couple different options that they have available. There's a 1 gallon and a 5 gallon option, but they all function the same. It's going to be a progressive type water meth injection spray, just like the Aquamist. And the key is that they have a fail-safe output within the water meth injection system. So if something faults, let's say the pump goes bad, let's say that there's something wrong with the level in the tank, it drops too low, it can actually send an output that we can integrate and tie into the Haltech here to shut the engine down, so we don't continue to run it in an unsafe condition where the water meth was actually spraying. So when we're spraying the water meth solution into the engine, in order to take advantage of it, we're going to have to do two different things. One, we're going to have to go and reduce the amount of petrol fuel we're spraying through our port fuel injectors, because we have additional methanol that's combustible coming through the engine. The water won't be a factor, but the methanol will be. And if we're burning both the petrol and methanol at the same time, it will substantially richen up our fuel mixture. And we want our target air fuel to remain the same, so we want to reduce some of that petrol fuel spraying through the port injection as we're spraying the water meth at the same time. Now, to take advantage of the cooling effect and the octane effect, we also need to increase the spark timing by at least a few degrees above and beyond what we're running and safely finding on 91 or 93 octane. This allows us to gain that horsepower and torque advantage from running the water meth solution. So in this situation, we're offsetting both our fuel and our spark timing. Now, if we're integrating the water meth with the Haltech, and let's just say all of a sudden something happens, there's a fault, we run low on fluid, and we don't integrate a failsafe like we have with the AEM or the Aquamist kits, we're going to find that we're in a dangerous situation where we've reduced the fuel and we've advanced the timing. We're going to find we have too much timing, not enough fuel. We'll get engine knock and the engine will be damaged. So we need to be careful with this in order to avoid engine damage. And that's where that fail-safe strategy within the AEM kit or the Aquamist kit is really key. Lots of different options on the market for water meth injection systems. Not many of them have that fail-safe output that essentially the brain controller of the water meth injection kit can send this output and tell you when there's a problem, and then you can cut out the engine, apply a rev limiter when that condition's present. So you avoid putting the engine into the dangerous condition, you stop your combustion. So you don't have to worry about it being too lean and having too much timing. So we have a lot of things to cover here in order to make sure we're integrating and setting up our Haltech to work in conjunction with a proper water meth injection kit, like the AEM or the Aquamist. I'm going to be referring to the AEM kit here into the schematic, the layout of the actual kit, so that we can understand how we're integrating this and then turning on some programming tables and what to populate within them, so you can kind of give a good starting point. So let's take a look here. Coming up on screen is a schematic for the AEM kit that's provided from AEM. This is in their PDF documentation sheet from the actual kit. Now what we're finding...
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here. And you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.